Hi everyone, I really want to address something very, very important. I'm someone that really stands for justice. I stand for what's right, and I will stand up for what I believe is wrong. And lately, I was leading in the voting category on the Miss Universe app for the most beautiful people. And it was the only category on the application that didn't close, and they didn't award anyone out of all of the other categories, even though the competition was over. I was leading it by far, and we only had maybe 30 minutes until the voting closes, and within 2 minutes, another contestant went up over 20,000 votes, which is very impossible to do unless there's more than one person voting, and it's not really realistic unless it's done internally.
Welcome, viewers, to another chilling and eye-opening episode on Mr. Darkman TV. I'm your host, Zainab Sabir, and tonight we step into the shadows behind the glimmering crown of Miss Universe 2025. A crown wrapped in glitter, yes, but now dripping with allegations, controversy, and an outrage that refuses to die down. What was supposed to be a dazzling global celebration of beauty, culture, and empowerment has instead turned into one of the most shocking scandals in pageant history. And at the center of this storm stands a brave woman, Miss Palestine Nadeen Ayoub, who has dared to pull the curtain back on what she calls a manipulated, unjust, and internally rigged voting system. Stay with us, because what you're about to hear is not just a complaint, it's a trail of digital evidence, eyewitness accounts, app crashes, sudden vote spikes, resignations, walkouts, and a historic voice demanding justice. What truly happened inside the Miss Universe 2025 voting system? Why did votes jump by 20,000 in just 2 minutes? And why did the organization never announce a winner for the category? Tonight, we expose everything. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Mr. Darkman TV, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our investigative stories. The Miss Universe 2025 pageant has been spiraling in chaos from the very beginning. Judges resigning unexpectedly, contestants storming out, the official host being fired mid-season, and even a contestant falling off the stage in a shocking live moment. But even after the Mexican contestant was crowned the winner, the controversies refused to end. Instead, they evolved, sharpened, and escalated. And then came the blow that lit the fire. Miss Palestine Nadeen Ayoub stepping forward with what she calls indisputable evidence of voting manipulation inside the Miss Universe mobile application. For the first time in history, Palestine had taken the Miss Universe stage, and Nadeen's presence already marked a historic milestone. Her message, her courage, her identity carried the hopes of millions. But her journey took a dark turn when she realized something was deeply, disturbingly wrong with the votes. She revealed screenshots showing her in first place in the Most Beautiful People category, leading by a massive margin, so huge that victory seemed inevitable. But then, just 30 minutes before the competition's closing time, something impossible happened. Nadeen says that within 2 minutes, another contestant's votes jumped by nearly 20,000, an increase so unnatural, so abrupt, that even seasoned digital analysts say such a spike would require internal interference. The voting category then mysteriously froze, the app malfunctioned globally, and even after it finally closed, the Miss Universe organization refused to announce a winner. No explanation, no transparency, no answers, only silence. As Nadeen spoke up, social media erupted. Hundreds of users messaged her claiming that the Miss Universe app wouldn't accept their votes, that it kept crashing, that it blocked free votes, or that they spent 20 minutes stuck in the queue even when no one was ahead of them. Palestinian supporters around the world complained that the app made it almost impossible to vote for her. Nadeen clarified that this controversy was not about the award. She stated firmly that her greatest crown was representing Palestine for the first time ever. She said, "I am not defined by suffering. I am defined by courage, dreams, and determination." And yet, she felt obligated to speak because, as she said, a Palestinian woman must stand for justice even when the world refuses to listen. Adding fuel to the fire, Miss Estonia Brigitta Skabak had already resigned earlier, accusing her national director of unethical behavior and announcing that she no longer wanted any association with the Miss Universe system. The organization retaliated by stripping her title and banning her from using the Miss Universe Estonia name. The environment was already unstable, filled with tension and whispered allegations, but Nadeen's case shook the entire foundation. Her statement was not emotional. It was calculated, based on timestamps, vote logs, screenshots, and thousands of user testimonies. This wasn't just a contestant complaining. This was an allegation that the system itself was corrupted. Miss Universe 2025 was supposed to celebrate the first ever participation of Palestine. Instead, it has entered history books for all the wrong reasons. Nadeen Ayoub, who made her nation proud by placing in the top 30 during her debut year, now stands as a symbol of resistance, refusing to let manipulation hide behind glamour. She said, "The crown has always been my people," reminding the world that her mission was greater than a trophy. Her stance has sparked a global debate about transparency, fairness, and the true intentions behind international beauty competitions. Tonight, on Mr. Darkman TV, we present this chilling narrative not as gossip, but as a trail of unanswered questions that demand accountability. How did votes jump so drastically? Why did the app crash selectively? Why was no winner declared? And if multiple contestants are stepping down or calling out internal misconduct, is Miss Universe 2025 the beginning of a larger collapse? This story is far from over. Voices are rising, evidence is growing, and the truth is inching closer to the surface. We will continue to follow this controversy until every hidden layer is exposed. I'm Zainab Sabir, and this has been another spine-chilling investigation on Mr. Darkman TV. If you believe in fairness, transparency, and justice, stay with us, because the truth always finds a way to break through. Thank you for watching. Stay alert, stay aware, and remember, or the dark reveals everything the light tries to hide.
And I just find that this is very injustice. It's actually unjust that this was the only category still open, the one I'm leading. Anyways, the voting just closed, but I really had to say something. I have to stand up for myself, just like I stand up for other people. As a Palestinian woman, I will stand up for what's right. I will stand up for something that I see is wrong, whether it's for myself or for others. And this really feels not right. And I just want to make something very clear, which is that this is not about the award. I've gotten the biggest award. I've gotten the biggest crown. I've gotten the biggest prize by being Miss Palestine, by being the voice of my people, and everyone's voice that wants to speak up, that wants to see justice, that wants to see beauty and culture and all the beautiful things that I represented on the international stage. And so for me, I believe I'm already a winner, but when something does not seem right, it's a time where we have to speak up about it.